Hello and welcome to ISB. We have the last game in our round-robin matchup of the 36th annual IASAS basketball tournament. We have the Singapore American School Eagles playing against the Jakarta Intercultural School Dragons. It should be an exciting matchup as this will determine seedings for the quarterfinals, which are later today. For Jakarta, they will be in blue this game, and Singapore is in red. Jakarta's head coach is Mr. Kurt Johnson, and Singapore's head coach is Dan Skimmin. We look forward to having a great, fun basketball game with you, as this will determine the 3rd, 4th, and 5th seed of our IASAS tournament. So we will see what happens during this game. Starters heading over and shaking hands with each other right before we get underway here. We've had a great tournament so far, and we will look to keep it going. This is a rematch of last year's IASAS championship, where Singapore lost by 1 point in the finals to Jakarta. And we have a rematch of that, and we will see if we have as exciting of a game as that one was, as that came down to the wire, and Jakarta tipped the ball in with 1.1 seconds left in the game to win IASAS. Looks like we're ready to go, and here comes the jump ball. And Singapore tips it right to Jakarta, who looks to attack early, but he sees it's 4-on-1, so he pulls it back out. And way off from the corner three from Jakarta to start the game, and Singapore comes down with the ball. Singapore was in a man-to-man there, and Jakarta's playing man as well to start the game. Adam Johnson looks to post up and finds a backdoor cutter off the mark, and that is rebounded by Mika Kelsey, who brings the ball up the court. He's a great big guy, and he can shoot the three as well. Gets a screen, and he shoots the three right away, and he hits the three. Jakarta's on the board with a 3-0 lead. Here comes Singapore up the court. And now now Jakarta looks like they're in a 3-2 zone. Wing three off the mark. Rebound by Jakarta. Here they come. Eagles still in man-to-man. There's a screen, but the screener does not roll. And here's another screen. That might have been a push-off. He puts it up, off the mark, and rebound by Adam Johnson of the Eagles. And here they come. Goes into the lane, and there's a foul on Mika Kelsey. And Singapore will go to the line for 2 shots. Into the game now for Singapore is Ryan Payne, and he is a top shooter, and he's one of the best shooters at this tournament, but he has been bugged by the flu for most of it, and he will see his first minutes of the tournament right now. Checks in. He's a great three-point shooter. Unlucky as he's been sick the whole tournament. He has not played in any of their first 4 games, and we will see what he does in this game. Off the mark on the second shot and rebounded by Singapore. To Payne up top. He's dribbling. Swings it to the wing and to the corner. 5 on the shot clock. They try to drive, and there's a traveling called on number 6, Drew Surajan. Surajan had a pretty good game this morning against the Panthers of ISB, but Singapore lost that game by about 20 points earlier today. They lost 67-48, 19 points. Swing it weak side. Kelsey for 3. Bang! He gets the bounce, and Kelsey hits the 3. That's his second one, and he has all 6 of their points. Here comes Payne. In and out move in between the legs. He swings it to the wing and to the corner. Singapore likes to shoot that corner 3. It's the shortest 3 on the court. Shot up, no good, and the rebound is by Jakarta. Deflected out of bounds by Singapore. It will stay with Jakarta. Here comes another sub for the Eagles. And what Singapore likes to do is they like to sub often, keep players fresh so they're ready to go throughout the whole game. They play everyone a lot of the game, and they keep everybody fresh. Kelsey again. That one's good. He's 3 for 3. And Dan Skyman needs a timeout. Micah Kelsey. He's hit 3 threes and he has all 9 of their points. Timeout, Singapore. Welcome back. We have a rematch of last year's IASAS championship to close the round robin part of our tournament this year for the 36th annual IASAS basketball tournament. We are at ISB, the home of the Panthers. We currently have the Dragons of Jakarta and the Eagles of Singapore. Eagles, earlier today, they lost their game against ISB at the start of the day, their first game. And Jakarta lost to Taipei earlier today as well. Jakarta's score was 55-57. It was a great close game, but Taipei came out victorious. Tipped and taken, Jakarta comes out with the ball. Here they come up the court, and that's deflected and stolen by Singapore. And they look to push. Inside, can't finish. Deflected, and that will be Jakarta's basketball. Off of the Singapore player, off of Zachary Cook, out of bounds. Here comes Singapore. Long pass to the corner. They get it down low to the low post. And that is blocked by Zachary Cook, and here he comes. They look to trap, and it's not there. Payne for 3, off the mark. I mentioned that he could shoot. Last year he hit some big threes, seeing his first tournament action right now. And Zachary Cook hits a 3-pointer. And that is his first 3 of the game. And that cuts the lead to 9-4. And they try to go deep, but it's over his head. That was a good idea, but the pass was just off the mark. Over his head, out of bounds, and Singapore will get the ball. Payne tried a 3 on the other end. He's got great form, and he's really been a great shooter. But he has not shot the ball once this tournament, as he's not played at all because he was sick. So we will see if he can hit anything this game. To the wing, into the corner. Tries to drive. Puts it up, and that is blocked out of bounds. It will stay with Singapore. There's 4:26 left in the first quarter. And Micah Kelsey for the Jakarta Dragons has been dominant. He scored all 9 of their points. He's 3 for 3 behind the arc. And there's a 3-pointer by Ming Kang of Singapore, and that cuts the lead to 2. Singapore was down 9-1 early, but they've hit 2 threes in a row, and they're right back in it. They're down by 2. Singapore crowd chanting defense. We'll see if the defense can respond. Kelsey thinks about 3, drives, spin moves, puts it up, and it's good. He has all 11 of their points right now. Here comes Singapore. Drives. Cook with the ball to the corner. Payne. Dribble drive inside. Cook puts it up. And excuse me, that was not Zachary Cook. That was Oscar Lee who puts it in. Here comes Jakarta. Kelsey drives, puts it up. And 1 plus the foul. That's points 12 and 13 for him. He has 13 points on the day, and he will go to the line for 1 more. He has all of their points so far. They look to have him play well throughout the game. And he's really just all around a very, very good player. He can score, he can defend, he's big. He's played their center position so far, and he's played it well. I mean, they haven't won too many games. They beat KL earlier in this tournament. But for the most part, he has played awesome basketball. We'll see if he can hit the free throw. Off the mark. Rebound taken by Jakarta, and up top. There's 10 on the shot clock, and they go to Kelsey again. Mid-range shot is good again. He has all 15 of their points now. He has 15, and we are only 5 minutes into the game. He has all 15 of their points. We'll see if the Eagles can respond right here. Payne, Kang, to drive. Payne dribbles. Cook for three. Way off, as that is way short. Offense right now for Singapore is very, very stagnant. And they will get Ryan Payne out of the game. He's the story to watch for Singapore, as he has been sick. And we'll see if he can do anything. I'm not sure exactly quite how he's feeling. We'll see if he checks back in later. They go to the high post and down to Kelsey once again, who's just killed it. Bullying down low, and that hits the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Kelsey has just bullied them. His size, his strength, just overmatches. And Singapore will try to match that by putting in their tallest and biggest player, Adam Johnson. See if he can stop Kelsey. They give it to the wing and back up top. High post, who looks to dribble. Thought about a three and takes it to the basket. He gets fouled, and he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That is Zachary Cook, who will go to the line for 2 free throws. See what he can do here. And Jakarta will sub. Into the game is Vitya Roring. And out of the game is number 15, Raphael Nikayon. We'll see if he can hit the free throws. He's got 2 shots here. Zachary Cook's a good player. He can shoot, he can take it to the rim, as you saw in that last play, he took it to the rim. He missed the first free throw though, went long. We'll see if he can hit the second one. Second one is up and long again. No good, but Adam Johnson gets the board. Might have gotten away with a push-off, but he puts it up anyway. And Jakarta has the ball. Nothing was called on that play. That might have been a foul, and Jakarta is very upset that that was not a foul. And that's an unlucky play. That was Dominic Dixon who got the rebound, and he was forced out of bounds. I thought it might have been a jump ball or a foul. Nothing was called. And he hits the shot. That is Drew Surajan, who played very well against ISB in their opening game this morning. And he gets on the board here with 2 points. Dribble drive, and their spacing is off a little bit. To the wing and down to Kelsey. They bring a double team, and Kelsey turns the ball over. They look long. Zachary Cook slows it down. Drive. And Jakarta wanted a charging foul right there, but 2 referees on the play call a blocking foul. And to the line for 2 shots is Drew Surajan. He just hit a shot a moment ago. He knocked it in from the short corner. And he's got a free throw right here as well. That cuts the lead to 12 to 15. Jakarta still with the lead. We'll see if he can knock in the second one. Second one's up. And also good. He's got great rotation on that shot. And here they come. Here come the Dragons. We'll see if they can answer that. Singapore on a little 4-0 run right here. And Singapore wanted a double dribble on that as he dribbled, picked it up, and he dribbled again. Shot, short corner is good. And here comes the Eagles. They look to push. Kong with the ball. Post up. Adam Johnson down low. Kelsey playing great defense. And a 3-second violation is called on Drew Surajan. And we have a timeout for Jakarta. We'll be right back. And welcome back. The team's break huddle, and it will be Jakarta ball out of bounds. Singapore looks like they're gonna apply a little bit of pressure right here as they look to pick up around half court. And here comes Jakarta. Jakarta dribbling to the wing. Up top, and he drives, puts up a baby hook off the mark, and rebound tipped and taken by Zachary Cook. And they're going to the rim. They have a 2-on-1. Johnson, and he puts it in. Adam Johnson puts it in. Scott Widjaja with the ball right now, and he will look to attack. He's a sophomore. He was good for their championship team last year. And he'll shoot a wing three here, and it's way off, long. And here comes Ming Kang. Down low. And that is blocked by Dixon and out of bounds, and it will remain with Singapore off of Kelsey. We have 29.6 seconds left in the first quarter. And we have a substitution right here. Kelsey will get a little break. He's played great. He has 15 points. 15 points in a first quarter is an outstanding number of points. He's dominated them down low with his size and strength. But he gets a little rest right here, as they'll need him later. To the wing, and there is 4 seconds now on the shot clock. We'll see, and Cook has to put it up, and he puts it in! Zachary Cook at the end of the shot clock, he hits it. And there's now 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 3, 2, drive to the rim, he puts it up, and short! And that is the end of the first quarter as Jakarta is down by 1, 18-17, Singapore leads. And we look to get ready to go here at the start of the second quarter. 8 minutes are on the clock. It is 18-17. Singapore leads. They hit a 3 at the end of the shot clock with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter to take the lead at 18-17. And they have a lead right now. We will see if Jakarta can come back. This is a big game for both these teams in terms of seeding for the single elimination tournament that they have coming up right after this round robin. This is the last game of the round robin. They set a double screen, pin down screen for Zachary Cook, who shot the 3 off the mark though. And we have a foul on the rebound, as the ref said, number 20, grabbed someone's shoulder, and that foul is on Kelsey, and that is big for them because Kelsey is their best scorer and one of their best players on their team. And he might have taken a charge right there, but no charge is called, and a traveling violation is called. Kelsey tried to take a charge, but the ref said no, and Kurt Johnson says, yes, it was a charge right there, but there was no call. We'll see if Jakarta can score after the travel violation called on Singapore. Looking to get space. Tried to use a couple screens right there. Neither were used too well. And there's a screen by Dixon. And there's a reach-in foul on Zachary Cook. Out of the game now is Drew Surijan. And into the game now is Oscar Lee. And out of the game is also Zachary Cook. And into the game is James Stelndeck. Inbound the ball to Kelsey, who goes right back to the inbounder who finishes. He got up very high on that, and he might have even been able to dunk that ball. He got very high up as Dixon finishes. Singapore for three is short, tipped around, and Singapore gets it back. Oscar Lee off the mark, gets his own miss, puts it up again, and he finishes. He might have been fouled as well, but he puts it in. And the Singapore coaches are telling Singapore to put pressure on the guards for Jakarta. Swings it to the top of the key. Puts up a wild shot off the mark and rebound by Oscar Lee. Ball's on the ground, and here come the Eagles. 3 on 2, 4 on 2 now. And he off the mark, rebound by Kelsey. And here comes Dixon. Dixon's a great player. He's very athletic. He's tall, he's long, he can finish well, and he's a great player, great defender. He had a layup a moment ago, Dixon did. And we'll see what else he can do. He only has 2 points so far. And a shot made by Jakarta, Rafael Nikayon. And that's a big basket. That gives them the lead again at 21-20. And look to drive, and they kick out the wing. And in and out, off the mark. Saved, but right to Singapore, Minh Khang. They get it on the wing, look for an entry pass, and they got it in. Short corner shot, and he hits it. That's Adam Johnson, their tall, big center. I think Jakarta's got to go to Kelsey more in the post, as that worked very well for them in the first quarter. He had 15 in the first quarter, and he has not scored since. Gets his own miss. Kelsey again for three, off the mark. He hit 3 of those in the first quarter. And here comes the Eagles. They look to push. Off the mark. Rebound Singapore again, puts it up. Blocked by Dixon. And Kelsey comes up with it. And a foul is called. Foul is called. And that is on number 8 of Singapore. That is Julian Paget, who reached in and fouled him. Jakarta will get the ball side out of bounds. And right now, it looks like there's a little bit of a token press going on. Man-to-man token press for Singapore, and they trap him right after the half court. But he gets off the pass, takes it to the rim, to the corner, to Kelsey, shot fakes, dribbles, barrels into the lane, and he finishes. He's got 17. Kelsey has dominated that game so far. Adam Johnson with the ball on the wing. Screen was set, and they had to switch, but they get back. He drives the baseline, and he finishes with the reverse layup. He puts it in. That gives Singapore the lead. We've had many lead changes. It's been a very back-and-forth game up to this point. Kelsey down low, but taken away by Minh Khang, who looks to attack. They have a 3-on-1. And he puts it in. Brian Kitamura puts the shot in, and that gives Singapore a 26-23 lead. They had a 4-on-1 right there, and they put it in. Timeout by Kurt Johnson and the Dragons. And we are back with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter of play here in Bangkok at IASAS. Jakarta will inbound the ball right here. Kurt Johnson just called a timeout after he was not too happy with their defensive effort and probably their offense as well. They have not been scoring much. We'll see what they do here if they go to Kelsey more, but no, Kelsey is on the bench right here. Kelsey has been their best scorer. He has 17 of their 23 points, and he's on the bench for the time being, getting his rest. And turns it over. Zachary Cook with the steal. Down low to Kitamura, who puts it in. Looking to inbound the ball, and he finds someone. Gets the ball up the court, and they get the ball to the middle. And back to Wijaja. Handoff, short corner. Drives to the rim, and he's fouled by Adam Johnson. That's number 19, Adam Johnson, who stuck his hand in and fouled him. Jakarta has some pretty young guards who are not experienced yet. So Singapore is pressing. They're trying to get the lead right here. We'll see if they can do just that with their press. However, when you press in a tournament that you play 8 games in, you're going to get pretty tired. So we will see if they continue doing that. If it's working, I'm sure that they will. And they just got a steal and a layup on the other end. Rebound by Singapore, and they look to push. To the wing. Thought about a 3, but gives it back up top to Zachary Cook. To Kitamura. He can shoot the 3 ball. Cook for 3. Bang! Zachary Cook puts in the 3-pointer. And that gives Singapore an 8-point lead. Jakarta safely across the timeline, and they will look to run their offense now. And he just ankle broke him. And he goes to the rim, and he finishes. As he just absolutely ankle broke that Singapore defender, and the crowd here, as well as the bench, loves it. But Singapore answers on the other end. Looking what to do to Will Jaja again. Up the court, and he turns it over. Wijaja with a long pass. To Zachary Cook up top, who just hit a last 3 for them. Goes to the rim, and Wijaja will be called for a blocking foul. That was a good take by Drew Surajan, and Wijaja was called for the foul. Into the game now is Dixon and Kelsey for Jakarta, a couple of their best players. Dixon's athletic, long, great defender. He hit a 2 on the other end where it looked like he almost hit his head on the backboard as Kitamura misses a 3. And Kelsey, meanwhile, is 17 of their 25 points. And it goes right through his hands. Here comes Zachary Cook. Goes to the rim, can't finish. Adam Johnson comes down with the ball. Power dribble goes up, and he finishes. Adam Johnson, second opportunity. See if they can get by this press. It's worked so far. And that is out of bounds and a turnover by Jakarta, and the ball will go back to Singapore. Kimura will inbound the ball to Zachary Cook to see if they can extend their lead. It is 35-25 right here. Zachary Cook gets by his man. Corner for 3. Off the mark. Rebound taken by Kelsey. And they go long to Dixon. And Dixon finishes. He got up high. Some people wanted him to dunk it. He did not do that, but he finishes the layup, and he makes it an 8-point game. Kelsey with a great outlet pass right there to Dixon. And that is stolen. We'll see if he dunks it on this one. Nobody got up high, and he laid it in again. He's got 6 points. And the lead is down to 6 now on 2 Dixon baskets. Zachary Cook with the ball now. To Adam Johnson. Down low and stolen by Kelsey. They will look to push. Kelsey, the big man with the ball, pulls up for 3. Bang! He puts it in, and it is a 3-point game now. They cut the lead from 10 down to 3. A 7-0 run by Jakarta. What a run, and Singapore needs a timeout. Welcome back. We have a great game going on. The score should be 32-35. It has not yet updated. We'll see if they do. And now they update the score. It is 32-35 Jakarta as Kelsey pulled up for three, and Kelsey has 20 points right now. We'll see if he keeps scoring. Dixon for them has 6 as well. And those two guys have really been playing well. This is a big game in terms of seeding for both these teams, as it will decide the 3rd, 4th, and 5th seed going into the single elimination games. Kang goes to the rim, kick it short corner, and he shoots it. That ball is long, but the rebound is by Singapore, and they'll reset. They look to go to the rim, off the mark, rebound by Dixon. Outlet, and they have a 2-on-1. Now a 1-on-1. Off the mark as Kang tried to take a charge, but it's no good. Here come the Eagles, goes to the rim. Blocked! And that ball is taken by Singapore. Kang for 3. Off the mark as that air balls, and it will be Jakarta ball. That was a great block, though, by Wijaja, their point guard, number 12. We'll see what Jakarta can do on offense against this man-to-man defense. Singapore's man is fierce. They're aggressive. They like to get after the ball. Dribble drive, and the reverse layup is good. With 18 seconds left in the half, they cut the lead to 1. Singapore will bring the ball up. Down low. Blocked again by Wijaja, and there's 5 seconds left to go, and there's a foul that has been called with 3.6 left. And with 3.6 left, we'll see if Jakarta can get off a shot in range. We'll see if they can get the ball up the court quick enough to get off a shot. They get it to Kelsey, who dribbles it off his knee. Singapore puts it up, and that is the end of the half. That was a great first half of play. It is 34-35 Singapore as they run off to the locker room. We'll see what happens in the second half. Where did I get that? I was given it here. I'm not sure. If you ask maybe like one of the site directors. I don't see one here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you ask him maybe. He might know. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. halftime. We have a 35 to 34 lead for SAS at halftime in this round robin game. This game will decide seedings for a lot of them. And I have it here. If Jakarta wins, ISB will be first seed, ISM second seed. That's already decided, and KL will be sixth seed. But the third, fourth, and fifth seed will be in a three-way tie at everybody at 2 and 3, with Taipei, Jakarta, and Singapore. So we will see what happens if Jakarta ends up winning this game. If SAS wins, ISB, ISM, and KL will stay the same. SAS will be the third seed, and they will play KL. Taipei will be the fourth seed, and they will play Jakarta in the quarterfinals, as ISB and ISM will have a bye, as they are the 1 and 2 seeds. Yesterday, Singapore went 2 and 1, and Jakarta went 1 and 2, but they both have a chance to finish this round robin off strong, and they could ultimately both be the third seed. And we will see what happens. If Jakarta does win this game, it'll be a three-way tie, and we will see who the third seed is in that case. However, if Singapore wins, they'll be the third seed, and that will send Jakarta down to the fifth seed. Oh, yes, the fifth seed, as they will be 1 and 4. Singapore is in man-to-man to start the second half. It will be Jakarta's ball at half court. Kelsey was the story of the first half for the Dragons, as he scored 20 points in the first half, 15 of them coming in the first quarter. Get the ball into Dixon, who's had 3 great layups. He's a long, athletic kid who can play. Kelsey almost turns it over. Dixon down low, and he scores. And that gives Dixon 8 points. And Jakarta fans love it. It is 36 to 35. Jakarta now leads. Hand off, and here comes a flex screen across the lane. They like going to that screen. And Cook goes to the rim, and he's fouled by number 10, Dixon. And Kurt Johnson, the Jakarta coach, is saying travel. The referees say the foul caused a travel. We'll see if Zachary Cook can hit his free throws. First one is no good. Off the back of the rim. We'll see if he can hit the second one. Second one is good. And that ties the game at 36-36 here with 7:30 left in the third quarter. Gets it to Dixon. Dixon crosses over but turns the ball over. Singapore with the ball, and he throws it out of bounds. Austin Napertsky had a great steal, but he threw the ball out of bounds after the steal. He's a good player. He can shoot that 3 and knock it down. I get the ball up the court. We'll see if they go to Kelsey some more. He was dominant in that first half. And we'll see if they run some plays for him, but Kelsey turns it over. Oh, no. They call a foul on Adam Johnson before the pass was made, which did not allow Dixon to get to the ball. And that will be baseline out of bounds for Jakarta. I mentioned earlier, this is a rematch of last year's finals. Jakarta was down by 1 with 15 seconds left. They got off a shot. Oh, good try, but missed it. They got off the shot with about 3 seconds left. It airballed, and to tip it in was Jakarta with 0.1 left, and that gave them a 1-point lead and ultimately gave them the gold medal. It was a great finals last year, and this has been a great game so far. Meanwhile, there's a foul on Kelsey, and that is his 3rd personal foul. And that could be bad news for Jakarta, as he has been their leading scorer. He is 20 out of their 36. And meanwhile, Napertsky for 3 off the mark. And Jakarta comes away with the ball. Goes to the rim. That could have been called traveling, but the ref lets him play on, and Adam Johnson comes down with the ball. Here comes Singapore. And that goes right through his hands. That ball can be slick. And right now they're just throwing the ball around. And he goes to the rim and finishes. That's Zachary Cook with the finish. They were throwing the ball around, got a little bit sloppy. That ball can be slippery though. That ball's deflected and that will stay with Jakarta. Sub coming in, Adam Johnson takes a seat and Oscar Lee comes into the game. And they're gonna give them the ball on the baseline, not the sideline. So we'll see what they run right here. And that was a great play right there. Rafael Nikayon screened for a teammate, and then he rolled, and he was wide open. Napertsky to the rim, and the foul. He puts it in, and one. What a shot right there by Napertsky. He went backdoor, hit the shot, and drew the foul on Wajaja. Excuse me, Wajaja with the foul right there. And he puts it in and one. We'll see if he can hit the free throw and give them a 3-point lead. And that is long, but Singapore controls the rebound. And there's a tripping foul, and I think that will be on number 10, Dixon. And it is. Kurt Johnson's not too happy with that call either. It is 38-40 with 6:20 left to go in the third quarter. Singapore passes the ball in, and right back to Zachary Cook, the inbounder. Swings it to the rim. Wild shot off the mark. And they put it in. What a shot by Singapore, and that gives them a 4-point lead now. We'll see if Jakarta can answer. They go down low to Dixon, almost turns it over. Dixon goes back to Kelsey with 9 on the shot clock. Long three by Dixon, way short. And Singapore comes down with the rebound to Cook up the court. Goes to the rim. Oh, he lobbed it to Lee right there, and Lee could not finish. And there is a blocking foul called on number 6, that is Drew Surajan. And we'll see if they give him the ball out of bounds with 2 shots, and they will say continuation. He will shoot 2 free throws. That was Rafael Nikayon, who went to the basket with force, drew the blocking foul, missed a shot, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one is up and off the mark. We'll see if he hits the second one. These free throws are big, and in a close game, these free throws will come back to bite you if you miss them. Second one is up, and he puts in the second one, and that cuts the lead to 3. Substitutions for Jakarta. Looks like Zachary Cook's gonna bring the ball up for them, and he does. Jakarta is still in a man-to-man defense, and they take it to the rim. Lee, long, and Rajaja comes down with the ball. Gives it to Kelsey, bringing the ball up. Kelsey's a great left-handed player. He can shoot, he can take it to the rim. And Kelsey gets the assist as Rafael Nikayon puts it in. And that cuts the lead down to 1 with 4:45 left to go in the third quarter. They run that flex screen across the free throw line a lot. What a block by Dixon, but Lee gets it back and he finishes. Dixon had a great block right there. He played great defense, but Singapore got the ball back. They got the ball to come right to him, and they finished. And that ball is stolen. Comes Kang. Down low, off the mark, and rebound by Wajaja. Tries to get it out wide and gives it to Kelsey. There's a 2-on-2 right here. We'll see if they attack it. Kelsey goes to the rim, and Kelsey finishes. He is so big and so strong, he can't be stopped. Adam Johnson is set to check in pretty soon. It is hard to stop Kelsey. And an offensive foul is called. I don't know about that call. And that is on number 1, Brian Kitamura. They called him for an illegal screen, and he was moving, but there was no contact on that screen. So I'm not sure why that was called. We have a timeout by Kurt Johnson and the Jakarta Dragons. Jakarta will inbound the ball on the other side of the court. Trouble getting it in, and that is deflected, and he keeps it in. Taken by Jakarta. Here comes Nikayon. The ball, and that is stolen. And he lays it in. That is Zachary Cook who lays that ball in after a great steal. Great play by Zachary Cook. He's played very well through the first few games of the tournament. And they call a push in the back on number 9, Zachary Cook. That would have been a steal if he didn't push him in the back, but he did. And it will remain with Jakarta out of bounds. 14 fouls for both teams now. Next foul, the team will be in the bonus. Down the ball to Nikayon. Back to Dixon, but it's stolen. Here come the Eagles. Kang to the rim, and he puts it in. And it's a 5-point lead now. Jakarta has got to take care of the ball. And immediately, Kurt Johnson puts in the starting point guard and Kelsey, the starting big, to help with that. And a travel there by Zachary Cook. And right away, here comes the point guard with Jaja and Kelsey, a couple good ball handlers for this team. Even though Kelsey's a big guy, he can handle the ball. This should limit the turnover problems for Jakarta. Back to Kelsey up top. He gets a screen from Dixon. He forgets to roll. And Nikayon hits the shot. Nikayon can hit that short corner shot. He's a good shooter from there. And here come the Eagles. It's now a 3-point game. The ball, they give it to Kang, who gets around, and a blocking foul will be called as Nikayon did not move his feet quite fast enough, and he gets whistled for the foul. And it should be 2 shots right here for Kang. And it is. They will give him 2 shots. We'll see if he can hit them. That is Nikayon's second personal foul. And the 5th team foul, which is why they're in the bonus, and shooting free throws. First one is up and off the mark. Singapore, uncharacteristically, has been missing some free throws in this game. Usually they're a very good free throw shooting team, but they've missed a few this game. And those will come back to bite them if they cannot start hitting them. And that one goes in. 49-45 now is your score. Singapore leads. Third quarter, 2:30 left to go. Kelsey with the ball. Over to the other corner, and to the high post. Dixon looks to drive. Nikayon, the short corner shot again. I don't know if he's missed from there. He's been great. What a shot once again. To the rim, and he gets the bounce. That is Lee who puts it in. And here comes Kelsey. Kelsey does not use Dixon's screen, goes himself, and he puts it long. And he falls, and there will be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Singapore. I'm not sure if there was contact at all or if he just slipped on that. But he fell hard. Surprised he got up that quick. And Kelsey immediately, as the Singapore player was down on the floor, he went after the ball, and a jump ball was called. Here comes King, and now back to Zachary Cook. Cook with the ball to the high post, and he cuts. And that backdoor cut, they've been running that a lot, and it's worked a lot. And Adam Johnson is down. and they will sub him off. Adam Johnson's been a great player for them. He has limited Kelsey scoring tremendously. He's a great big defender. He's strong, he's athletic, he can score as well. He's a good screen setter. And Kelsey has not been able to score when Johnson's in, so it's unfortunate that Johnson has to check out for a minute. Hopefully he's okay. Meanwhile, Jakarta took the ball to the rim and they drew a foul, and Wijaja will go to the line for 2 shots. Lee comes into the game for Drew Surajan, who also can score. All these players on all these teams, they can score the basketball well. First shot for Wijaja's up, and it rolls out. I mentioned free throws a minute ago. They will come back to bite you, and both teams have missed a lot of free throws. I don't have an exact number on that, but they've missed a lot. Second one is up, and that one is good. 48 to 53 now, and here comes Singapore. Kang calls out a play and gives it to the high post. I think they'll go with that backdoor cut again. They do, and they cannot find it. Lee from the elbow, he puts it in. Good shot from Lee. Kelsey with the ball now, goes long. No one's on him. Shot fake. He goes up and he puts it in. That's Sang-woo Park with his first points. That was a good play. Wide open under the basket. He shot fake, got the defender up in the air, and he puts it in. And here comes that flex cut once again. Ken comes across, goes to the rim, and he's swatted by Kelsey. Denied at the rim. Kelsey is a great defender, and when you have him and Dixon, you have 2 great rim protectors. And that could have been called an 8-second violation as the shot clock was at 16. And now Nakayon tries a 3 and hits it. He's hit a lot of those short corner shots, but he's not hit a 3 yet until that. That was a great shot by Nakayon. He's played very well for them too. Lee puts it up and over the outstretched arm of Kelsey. He puts it in. That was a great shot from Lee. That's his second, and there's 15 left to go in the third quarter in a 4-point game. And Kelsey will dribble the ball out. Slip screen to Dixon down low, off the mark, rebound by Lee. Deflected and out of bounds with 2 seconds left. It will be Singapore ball on their own baseline. Let's see if they try to throw it long. No, they won't. Cook, is it in time? No good, off the mark. And we will head to the fourth quarter as Singapore leads 57 to 53. And welcome back to ISB. We are in the Rajendra Hall, and we will go to the fourth quarter of this IASAS basketball round-robin tournament game between Singapore and Jakarta. We've had a great first 3 quarters of the game. It is 53 to 57. Jakarta is losing. Singapore has the lead, and 8 minutes left to go. This game will determine lots of seedings for the single elimination part of the tournament after the round robin. This is the final game of the round robin. Kelsey and Nakayon have led for the Dragons, and for the Eagles, Zachary Cook has played great basketball for them and almost turns it over. Nakayon fakes a 3, 1 dribble, cut off, 5 on the shot clock. Kelsey has to put it up. Off the mark. And here come the Eagles. Here comes Cook with the ball. And they will reset the offense. 4-3. Bang! Zachary Cook hits the 3, and that gives them a 7-point lead now. 53-60 with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Up top with the ball. Drives Wajaja off the mark. Rebound Dixon, and there's a foul that is called. All of Singapore is saying that was all ball. Their whole team and their whole coaching staff, plus all of the fans, saying that was all ball. Out of bounds. Out of bounds, it is Jakarta ball. And here comes the Dragons. Kelsey, shot fake. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Goes to the rim, fouled, and a foul. He puts it in. And 1, and that cuts the lead to 5 with a free throw coming up. Here's Kelsey, his 1 free throw, and we'll see if he knocks it in. And he does, and that cuts the lead to 4, and right away Jakarta's right back in this basketball game. Swings it to the top. Cook with the ball. Cook down at the short corner and to the wing once again. Their offense is stagnant right here. There's 6 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles. A wing 3 from Cook. Off the mark. Kang with the rebound, and that is rejected out of bounds by Park. And that will go Singapore's way. It's Singapore's ball. But what a block shot that was by Park. He sent him out of bounds. Singapore will inbound on their own baseline. They swing it up top. Cook thinks about a 3. Kong for 3 in the corner. In and out, and Wajaja with the ball. Here comes Kelsey. They have a chance to push. And stolen. Kelsey's pass was stolen. And there is a foul on Rafael Nikeon, who has been amazing from the corner. Short corner. He even hit a 3 from the corner as well. 6:10 left to go in the game. And that is Jakarta's first team foul. Singapore, meanwhile, is 2. Singapore is winning by 4, 60-56. We've had an offensive game so far. Not a lot of defense, but there has been some nice defensive plays. We saw a block just a minute ago, and there's another block. That's Kelsey who blocks him. Goes to the rim, and that's swatted by Dixon. 2 left on the shot clock. He puts it up off the mark, and rebound by Kelsey. Ball's on the ground. Taken, and Jakarta ends up with it. Long pass. Dixon comes up with it. And there's 14 on the shot clock. They will run their offense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 9, 8. Tries to drive, and that is stolen by Lee. Here comes Kang. Kang to Cook. Off the mark. Rebound. Taken by Dixon. Dixon to Nikeon. And there is a foul that is called on James Stoltenbeck. And right now, all the coaches have not been happy with the referees. It's intense. It's been a close game. And we have a timeout by Jakarta. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Bangkok, where we've had a great game right here. Jakarta's down by 4, but with the ball, 5:14 left to go in this game. Both of the coaches had very heated conversations with the referees just a moment ago. Neither is too happy. This is a close game, it's an intense game, and it's a very important game as well. The Jakarta fans and the Singapore fans are all being loud for their teams. They all want this win as it's a very important win. They get the ball into Keon. Swings it to the wing. And to Kelsey, who thinks about a 3. Down, tries to feed it to Dixon, but he turns it over. Here comes Cook. Cook to the rim. And a blocking foul is called, and the basket goes. That's an and one. Keon is whistled for the blocking foul, and Cook will go to the line for 1 free throw after the and one. That was a great play by Cook. Got the steal and released. He went to the basket, and he finished and the foul. See if he can hit the shot. It is up. Off the mark, rebound by Kelsey. And here they come. Tries to go to the rim. Swings it back up top to Keon and over to Kelsey. Keon will try a 3, and that is way off. Keon cannot hit that 3. Cannot hit that. And the ball will be to Singapore. It is a 6-point game now. And Singapore's ball, they're leading by 6 with 4:35 left to go in the game. Splits the double team. Cook goes to the rim and he finishes. There was almost no defense right there, and Singapore has abused that defense so far. Someone from Jakarta has got to slide over and score and defend against that. They go to the wing, to the corner. Keon, runner, off the mark. He hit all of his shots earlier, but he's missed 2 in a row. That was great defense, and the rebound is by Kelsey. And stolen out of there by Cook, and they will reset. Cook with the ball up top. And there is 6 left on the shot clock. Goes to the rim, and Kelsey is called for the foul, and it goes in. That extends the Singapore lead to 10 points. And here comes a free throw by Julian Paget. We'll see if he can knock it in and give them an 11-point lead with just under 4 minutes left to go in the game. And more importantly, that is Kelsey's 4th foul. 1 more, and he will not play for the rest of the game. Shot is up, and it is an 11-point game. We'll see if the Dragons can answer that. They go to Kelsey, shoots it right away, hits the shot. Kelsey comes back from that 3-point play on the other end with a big-time 3 of his own. We have a press right here by Jakarta. Singapore breaks it pretty easily, and they will slow down. Cook for 3, and that is well short. Rebound, oh, he got his own rebound, and they'll reset. They have now 10 left on the shot clock, and they will run the clock. With 3:20 left, they'll run the clock. Here comes that flex screen across, and with 3 on the shot clock, he steps back, puts it up, and he puts it in. Cook with a big-time basket, and that gives them a 10-point lead with 3:08 left to go in the 4th quarter. Deflected, Kelsey fakes, goes to the rim, fouled, and they count it. They say continuation on that. Julian Paget reached in, and Kelsey drew the foul, went to the basket, he put it up, it counts, and the foul. 3:02 left, and it is an 8-point game. We'll see if Kelsey can cut it to a 7-point game. Shot is up, and good by Kelsey, and the lead is 7. We'll see if Jakarta can stop them, though. To come back from a 7-point lead, you need stops. And when teams have 69 and 62 points, you got to get stops to come back. Both teams are just scoring at will. Cook goes to the rim, off the mark. Rebound is by Dixon, and here come the Dragons. That was a good shot by Singapore right there. To the corner, Kelsey for 3. Again, he hits another 3. And the lead is down to 4. And Singapore right away calls a timeout. That was a big-time 3 by Kelsey. He hit a 3. He got an and 1 as he went to the basket. And then he hits a corner 3 again, and that cuts the lead to 4. And we will take a break. And welcome back. There are 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this basketball game. The score is 69-65. Kelsey just went on a 9-point run by himself to cut the lead to 4 points. And we will see how the Eagles answer. This is a big game for both these teams. He goes to the rim, and that is rejected by Dixon, who gets the ball, and they'll look to push. And they finally call a foul. And because it is a bonus situation in effect, they should go to the line for 2 free throws, and Dixon does. And Khan reached in, drew the foul. All of the Jakarta bench was asking for that foul. And here is Dixon to the line for 2 shots to try to narrow the lead to 2 points with 2:18 left to go in the game. Substitutions coming in for Eagles. That is Drew Surjan, who's into the game, and Julian Paget, who's out of the game. First shot is well short by Dixon. We'll see if he can hit the second shot. If he does, it will be a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Second shot is up, and it is good. It is now a 3-point game with 2:18 left to go in the basketball game. Here come the Eagles, and they really need a basket to stop this Jakarta run right here. They run that flex cut. Lee, mid-range jumper, short. Rebound, Singapore, and they will slow it down. The head coach of Singapore telling them to slow it down, run the offense. Here's that flex cut again. And Cook with the ball. He's gonna need to pull up. Cook, and they call a foul. They call a foul on Dixon, and he should go to the line for 3 free throws. All of Jakarta fans and the coaching staff. And the coaching staff is very disappointed in that call, and I might agree with them. I thought he traveled as well, but we'll see. He missed the first free throw. He will get 3 shots, Cookwell, instead of 2 on most fouls, because he was fouled shooting a 3-pointer. And he's missed the first 2. We'll see if he can hit the 3rd one, though. All of Jakarta was not happy with that call. I agree with him on that. And they get a point out of it. Not the biggest loss, though, for Jakarta, as it's only a 1-point swing. Nikayon goes to the rim, and there's a foul. And I think that will be on Lee. And it will be, and Nikayon will go to the line for 2 free throws. All the rest of the fouls in this game, defensive fouls, will be shooting free throws, as both teams, the next foul will put Singapore in the bonus, and Jakarta is already in the bonus. So we'll see if Nikayon can hit these 2 free throws. First one is up and short. These free throws have really hurt them. For both teams, they've really hurt them. Lots of teams have missed lots of free throws in this game. Both teams have missed a lot of them. We'll see if he can hit the second and cut it to a 3-point game. One is up and short again. And he gets his own miss, and it's a jump ball that's called, and it will be Singapore ball. Kurt Johnson was saying he got fouled on that, and the ref says no, it was a jump ball. And it will be Singapore ball out of bounds with 1:36 left to go. It is 70-66. Cook with the ball right now, gives it to the wing, and here comes this flex screen across the lane. Lee with the ball, top of the key, and they swing it to Cook, and here comes that flex screen again, the other side, Nikayon for 3, off the mark. Rebound tipped in. That is Lee who tips it in, and that gives them a 6-point lead. That basket was huge. They give it to Dixon. Kelsey for 3. Oh, he's hot. He can't miss. Once again, Kelsey with another big 3, and the lead is down to 3 with 1 minute left to go in the game. Jakarta needs a stop on this possession. The score might just put the game away. He goes to the rim, off the mark, and the rebound is by Jakarta, and here he comes. Kelsey's asking for the ball. Nikayon takes it himself, off the mark. Rebound by Singapore. Singapore will run the clock right here. They are in no need to rush. They have a 3-point lead with 3:35 left to go in the game. Screen. And Cook with the ball. 8 on the shot clock. They're going to let him isolate on Dixon. He goes to the rim. And off the mark, rebound by Lee, who puts it up, and there's a big-time foul. And Singapore will go to the line for 2 free throws, and these will be huge free throws. That foul is on number 15, Nakayon, and 2 free throws are going to come up. And that is Nakayon's 5th personal foul. He will need a sub out of the game. Timeout, Kirk Johnson. We'll be back in a minute. And welcome back. Singapore will go to the line for 2 shots. It is 72 to 69. Singapore leads the game. 18.6 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. We'll see if he can make it a 2-possession game right here. And he does just that. It's a 4-point game now. And now we will see if Jakarta can get the ball up the court and get it to the rim or hit a 3 quickly. Second shot is up. And in. 5-point game. We'll see if they can get the ball up the court quick. They give it right back to Kelsey. I'm assuming that it'll go to the rim or hit a 3 after this screen. Kelsey for 3. And that is way short. Rebound taken by Jakarta. 7, 6. They got to go quick. Goes to the rim, loses the ball. Singapore comes up with it, and that will do it. 2 seconds left, and that is the game. What a basketball game this was. That means that Singapore is the 3rd seed. They will play ISKL in this gym next. And Jakarta is the 5th seed, and they will play TAS for that other quarterfinal game. Thank you for tuning in and watching. It was a great game. See you in the next game.